If you're a Dalton resident of over 35 years, you probably know the story of Jimmy Howell. A lifelong Catamount, Jimmy now works for Beckler's Carpet. But for the Dalton graduate, it all began more than 3 decades ago, as the former Catamount led his team to a perfect 23-0 record his senior year.
We were just a complete team. It wasn't one person, it was a team. You had John Hamline Jackson, probably two good of basketball players I ever played with, and they were so unselfish, and they knew what I was going to do before I did it.
One thing he certainly knew how to do was shoot. As a young boy, the long-range bomber would wander over to the Dalton Rec Center and play basketball, where he learned the techniques he eventually used in high school.
Jim was what I called a student of basketball. He was forever questioning, asking, working hard, practicing. He had one of the best work ethics I've ever seen. When he came to me as a basketball player, it was easy because all I had to do was teach him a few plays and give him the ball and let him take charge of things. He made other players great.
But skills weren't the only thing that made Jimmy stand out, for it was his 6'2", 129-pound frame that made him one of the fastest and skinniest basketball players in Northwest Georgia.
I just didn't have a lot of body fat, that's the way I look at it. But back when I came out of high school, you didn't lift weights. You know, the thing was it'd ruin your shot.
And when it came to college, Dalton's leading scorer picked up right where he left off. Jimmy received offers from SEC schools like Georgia and Vanderbilt, but through some connections, he chose Tennessee Tech, where it didn't take long for him to become a star.
There's nothing like it. I mean, everybody, you know, when you're a kid, you want to play college ball, and it's a great and wonderful thing, but it's a job. Now, the games, they're worth it all when you're playing the games, but the practice and summers and everything you go through, you know, people don't see you. The 8-hour bus ride and get off the bus at 4 o'clock in the morning, have to be at an 8 o'clock class. They don't see that part of it. But it's a lot of hard work, but the games are worth every minute of it.
But that wasn't the highlight of Jimmy's career. As he'll tell you, it was the summer of 2002, when he coached his son and the rest of the Dalton All-Stars 10 and under baseball team to the state championship.
That's the most fun I've ever had in my life. It was a 10 and under group of Dalton kids, and you look at the picture, all of them are playing something for Dalton High School right now, and we went down and won the tournament.
During his senior season at Dalton, Jimmy Howell averaged 23.3 points per game, and while he's not lighting up the scoreboard anymore for the Catamounts, he's been putting up some pretty impressive numbers here at Beckler's Carpet. And putting up stats is what he continues to do 35 years later. Reporting from Dalton, I'm Jeremy Babin, Newswatch 10 Sports.